Maniac is the rank that we have now reached after completing over a third of the game now, as we are at 36% and we have done precisely 52 events and also eventually managed to get 52 golds and also 23 cars. So basically what my plan is from here is to basically just do as many race events as I can, because I think at this point I feel like I have to go as far as I can get before I can really decide if whether or not I want to do the crash events. So basically, we're just going to continue doing the race events until we can basically go no further from this point. Because I think progress-wise, that is a much more sustainable decision. And also, yes, this was a decision that I thought about for myself, and I'm going to stand by that decision. Because I want to continue making progress. And so here we go for our first race event of whatever the fuck this episode is. And now we are just going to try and make sure that we do not get absolutely slaughtered by the AI early on. Because I know that there is going to be plenty of cannibalism involved in these next few races, in terms of just the amount of roadkill that is going to go ahead. And yes, it basically will be roadkill, because that's pretty much what we're more or less turning ourselves into. I think that was a vertical takedown I just got there. And I might be lacking in speed. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea. Okay, well, I escaped one wreck, but I'm not exactly gaining much time at the moment. I am definitely being outpaced by the AI. Or at least I was until that happened. No. At least I can say I haven't lost any speed. The only thing I really have to do is just make sure that I am very much keeping myself and my car in co-opetition. I was pretty sure earlier on I did actually pull off a vertical takedown here at Eastern Bay. Huh, and that actually worked. I got a traffic takedown check. Or takedown traffic check, I should say. Anyway. Yeah! I set a burning lap. Let's go! I basically spent the entire lap on the afterburners. And I somehow avoided dying. Again, that's actually a good point. I'm honestly doing surprisingly well, to the point where my clean driving up to this point of the race has actually managed to keep me out of trouble so far. Although it's not over yet. And if you know just how insanely close a few seconds can be in this game, then you know it's not over until it's over. And I barely squeaked by with the win on that occasion. I really had to make sure that my opponent was going to choke as soon as I got to the line, and thankfully he did. So we've now got another 12 events to do before we get to rank 9. If we get there, of course. And I think we probably will. Anyway, let's move on. Yeah, I think if there's any real concerns I have with the game, it's just how long the save and load times take. They definitely take longer than I feel like they should be. And we've now won the Limited M-Type DX. And hey, what do you know? It's got a carbon hood. In all honesty, I was waiting to see how long it was before I got that one. And I am so glad I got it. Oh, we were at Central Route. Well, it makes sense. And no further race events have been unlocked there yet. However, we have unlocked Crashbreaker Road Rage and Traffic Attack at Eastern Bay. And for this one, I gotta use this one, right? Oh, it's just a black hood. It's not a carbon hood. The hood might just be black with most of the liveries. That could be what it is. Sure, we'll drive this thing in yellow. I do actually want to get a shot of this thing with the coloured hood. I actually think that hood looks really cool. I really want to get a shot of that. No, actually, I'm convinced in saying that is a carbon hood. Because, I mean, when you look at the rear wing on this car, I'm pretty sure that's also made from carbon, so yeah. That's definitely a carbon hood. With most of these colour schemes, from what I can see on the Limited M-Type. Yeah, we're definitely using this thing. So we need 16 takedowns for a gold, 12 for a silver, and 9 for a bronze. I think that's actually less than the gold targets I've been having recently. That's definitely a decrease, I'm sure of that. And I immediately open this up with a TD. A Burnout TD, if you're asking, not an NFL football TD. Just for cross-reference. And now we are great. As I narrowly avoid hitting... I think these TDs are just coming to me at the moment. I mean, I'm basically just getting takedown after takedown at this moment in time. So, I think that definitely tells me at the moment things are going very well. And I haven't even been doing this for a minute yet. Or, at the very least, 2 minutes. Yeah! Got the bronze, and also, I think that was a vertical takedown. As my car is hitting 190. I think we're definitely getting down to the faster cars now of this game. And now we're at 10. And now we're at 11. That was not one of my takedowns, unfortunately. Okay. That's the silver winning TD. And that was a double takedown. And now we're just 2 away from the gold. And now that is the game winning TD. The game winning Burnout TD is ours. And I get slammed by the AI. I could not get the TD on that guy, unfortunately. as my rear bumper is hanging off. Okay. Can I get to 20? I would really like it if I could get to 20. Okay, we're at 20. Now it's just a case of wondering how much further we're gonna go. And the top speed of this thing is 192. And that was another double. Is there anyone there? No, there isn't. No. Just unfortunate. Although, it doesn't take too long to get back up to speed. Oh. Can I get anyone? No, I cannot. No. I'm still in the oncoming lane, so I think that means my boost is still building up at the moment. And now I am damage critical. And now pretty much all my boost is gone. Because I got no one. Never really managed to get any Crashbreaker takedowns in this. Even though this technically is a Crashbreaker road rage. Which really isn't that much different from an ordinary road rage. I was not going to avoid that even if I wanted to. Okay, we're at 25. We're keeping the run alive somehow. So maybe we can keep this up. And I missed both of them. Yeah, my car is definitely damage critical now. I don't think I'm going to get any Crashbreaker takedowns. I think that might be too much to ask at this stage. Yeah, 2 takedowns. Now let's see what else we can do. Let's see how many more I can score. Hopefully before time expires. It looks like it's going to be just short of 30. And yep, Yep. Well, at least I got to see time expire. Okay, 29. That was a pretty good run. Of course, I figured once I got that good start it was probably going to be easy for me to get the perfect score. But anyway, let's move on to our next event. And we've got our second car unlock of the episode, the limited R190DX. Not bad. Wonder if there is actually a challenge thing for revenge Crashbreakers or something. Okay. Yeah, I thought there was. 3 revenge takedowns in a race. Okay. Blow up 24 vehicles. I think that's the traffic attack target or something. Well, funnily enough, we are doing a traffic attack, so maybe we'll get there or maybe we won't. Although I can certainly say we're definitely getting in the realm where the possibilities just keep getting bigger. You know I gotta drive this thing, I mean, come on. I gotta make sure I am including that fair level of diversity. So 500,000 is the gold target, 200,000 the silver, and 100,000 the bronze. Okay. Let's see how we go. Still, I will say, even though I am playing this on the PlayStation 2 as I said before, The graphics of this game, they really do look amazing. I'm honestly amazed to say that Criterion actually managed to get what was effectively a 7th generation console game to work on what is effectively a 6th gen console, because that's basically what the PS2 is. It's a 6th gen console with what basically is a 7th gen game, because this also, I suppose in some cases you could also account for it being an 8th gen console game as well, when it was re-released in 2018. I mean, this game still is just fun and amazing to play, even today. And I've definitely done enough up to this point of the game to be convinced in saying that it probably is my favourite of the Burnout games, with just the overall experience of it. And I'm only gonna get the silver. Okay, let's try that again. Well, I kind of knew something like this was gonna happen eventually, so we're trying again. I wasn't even close to the... Seriously? Okay, I have to try this again. That is very much below my standards. Yeah, don't ask me how the previous run went, because I was not even close to getting the bronze on that previous run. I only caused less than 48 grand in vehicle damage on that previous run. It was just awful. And it was honestly just bad enough for me to even say it was bad. I mean, it was just straight up bad. There's no getting around it. And I am definitely convinced in saying that I can easily do a lot better than what I put up before. Okay. Now I have to make sure I'm taking my time and hitting about as many vehicles as I can. That's how I'm gonna get the gold. Okay, don't want to hit that truck, because I have no cars to hit it for me. Okay, I think we're past our previous best score now, so I think that definitely tells you this run is a bit less scrappy than the previous one. We're slowly moving up, but at this moment in time, I think I may need some luck if we are going to really succeed with this. And I need to make damn sure that I do not run in to any buses or trucks. We've got the silver, now we need to get the gold. I think because we've got more time on the clock now, we can actually do that. And because we're actually hitting the cars we're supposed to be hitting. So this is a much improved run from my previous one. Or at least it will be by the time we reach the gold if we get there. I think this is where the traffic attacks do get slightly harder, because we are going to have to make sure that we're keeping ourselves in these queues and causing as much karma as we can, and I missed all of them. That was awful. And thankfully, all that saved me. Amazingly. I was saved by the traffic. Or saved by the traffic jam, I should say. And now we're into double cash territory, so I think that means getting the gold here is going to be easier now, because we've got the double cash combo. Which means we have got a very real chance of getting the gold now. And there we go. We just hit over 500,000. Not by much, but we did get it. And yep, the misses are happening again. Okay. Still in this, still in this. You're not dead yet. Keep the run going and then you should be fine. Damn it. I think if that would have held on for just a split second longer, that would have been a trick shot. I think a trick shot would have definitely been on the cards there. It would have pretty much been a Spider-Man. Oh, I got a skill shot instead. Okay. Yeah, not quite as good as the trick shot, but still pretty good. And yep. I think this is where my run ends. At least we got the gold. Yeah, this is where the run definitely ends now. I've had 2 racks at the same time. And even though I already crashed, I blew up right at the end. But that was a much better run than what I put together before. In other words, it was way better than what I put up before. Although, I think to really succeed with this and get that challenge target, I am really going to need to make sure that I use a card that's capable of causing more damage. Or I need to find a way to keep the run going if that's possible. Surprisingly, that only took me 3 runs to get it done. And that was how I got there. But anyway. This time we've got a Crashbreaker Eliminator. I got a feeling all of these events are just called Crashbreakers for whatever reason. Anyway, let's get through this and then we can get on with the GP. So this time, we'll use this thing. We'll drive it in. Yeah, we'll just go with grey for this one. And so here we go with the Eliminator. In my grey with black stripes, custom M-Type DX. And right before I get wrecked, I get my first Burnout TD on the board of this event. Hopefully one of many, the way I see things. And there's my second one, and my third one. Right, so we're up to 3 on the takedown board. Yep, he is trying to wreck me. Here he comes. Jeez. Yep. And I got taken out. Although thankfully at least I do survive. I survive to fight another day. And I get another signature takedown from Central Route. Enter the Dragon. Also, just to correct what I said in the previous episode, or one of the previous episodes, I have not got one signature takedown from every course, because I am still 0 for 3 on the and no one was there. And now I'm at the back. I could not get the revenge TD. I was at least able to do that though. So maybe we can get back on the saddle. Closing in on the leader, and he's right behind me. Come on, you son of a bitch. Oh, he's eliminated. Well, at least I got another signature takedown. I think we're nearly halfway there now with the signature TDs. I think there's a definite possibility that at some point in maybe the next few episodes, well, I got the explosive payback at least. So I'm not going to walk away from this without exploding and taking one person out at least. And that was the Crashbreaker Eliminator. Another event, and also another car. I think you probably know what's going to happen next. The Works M-Type DX. Not really that much different from the previous one. Anyway, we got another signature TD with Enter the Dragon. I'm also pretty sure that's the name of... I'm also pretty sure that is the name of a martial arts movie that stars Bruce Lee. At least I think that's what it's called anyway. Okay, nothing new at Eastern Bay. And at Central Route, we've now got our second signature takedown. The only one we're missing is Depolition. Or Depolition. But anyway, that's what we now have. And now all that's left for us to do here is GP6. And you already know precisely which car we are using. It's this one, if you're asking. I quite like those rims. Those rims actually go quite well with this thing. Yeah, we'll drive it in this thing. I think this is supposed to be green. I don't think I actually have a thumbnail shot yet. So I think this might be the car we use for our clickbait evidence. Unless I already did that earlier on. Anyway, let's get on with the GP. And so here we go with GP6. Beginning here at Central Route. I reckon this is probably going to be the same as the other Works M-Type we drove, except for saying that this one is slightly faster. I think I got a signature takedown there. At least I was pretty sure I did anyway. And hey, I do get an aftertouch. Cool. I was going to be upset had I not got that one. In other words, I was going to be mad had that not worked out the way it did. Anyway, won't take long to catch back up to the front of the field. As long as I manage to stay out of trouble at least. Fuck you. Okay, now I'm gonna whoop his ass. I'm gonna make absolutely sure I fucking whoop his ass. Because that was just rude. And I get taken out by the other guy. Brilliant. That is just fucking brilliant. I should have hit him. Yes! I think I got a revenge takedown. I think that's what I was meant to get. Providing this run counts. Oh, it's the other guy who wrecked me before. Get back here. I am not finished with you yet. Okay. Pay back, you little shit. You don't fuck with me without getting battle scars. I will make sure to retort whatever you try and do. Okay, that wasn't on me. I was clearly wrecked in that instance. That was not on me. I was definitely pushed into that wall. That was not on me in any way whatsoever. I definitely got wrecked. Yeah, aftertouch. This has very much been a wreck-strewn race. And now we're on the final lap here at Central Route, and I hit no one. But at least I still have some boost. Okay, if I'm going to get back up to the front, I need to take some shortcuts. Shortcuts. Okay, that's already the first one missed. Although because the competition is so close, it probably doesn't matter that I missed the first one. Oh no you don't. You are not wrecking me this time. I will literally point a knife to your throat before you crash me again. I dare you to try that again. And I spoke too soon. I don't think I won that. Okay, I'm trying that again. I'm not happy with that. It's only one race. As long as it's the first race, I'm fine with that. I don't care about anything else. I'm making damn sure I try this again, and get my wins where I need them. Okay, let's try this again, and try to make sure that this time we do not absolutely incinerate ourselves, because that was what happened before. I basically kept torching the AI, but yet they seemingly kept torching me as well. That was pretty much the way it happened. First time around. Although maybe if it's possible, I can come back around. I think that was a vertical takedown I just achieved there. And someone wrecked my ass. And the guy who wrecked me is behind me because he must have wrecked too. Or something. Motherfucker! That's it. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for your ass. You are not fucking my ass twice in a row and getting away with it. I will make damn sure you die. Okay, that's our revenge takedown. Moment now achieved. Now I have to try and get up to the front. And I do that by using the shortcut. 2 shortcuts, no less. Because I figured they were essential to getting me back up. That was really scary. Yeah! Aftertouch! Double aftertouch! But no triple, unfortunately. You know what? I'm okay with that. There is actually a challenge for getting a revenge takedown. I think as long as you finish the event, the challenges will count. As long as you finish the event, regardless of which way you choose to go about it. And I wreck myself again. I really am starting to think these wreck-strewn races are only going to get worse as we go further and further through the game, because we're just getting faster and faster. And I get a vertical takedown. Unfortunately, I think I already got the challenge beaten for that. I also find it ironic to say that with these traffic attack events, there are further challenges added to those. And I think under the circumstances, if you give me enough time, then I will find a way to break through those. And I miss another important shortcut. Although thankfully at least, my speed is keeping me up on my high horse. And as a result, I blast away from the AI. I will have to show you the scene of that revenge takedown I got on the first one. I think I'll basically show you it now, because there is a challenge attached to it. And that is the Revenge Takedown Challenge now done. Okay, on to the next one. Wherever that is. We're now at Eastern Bay. I think this is meant to be based off of Tokyo or something. I mean, it definitely feels like it is very Japan-based, from what I can see. So, I am pretty convinced in saying this might be Tokyo-based, most likely. Because a lot of cities in Japan technically do have... Because a lot of cities in Japan do technically reside with the coast. I'm pretty sure this course is definitely based off of Tokyo. I am pretty sure of that. And if I ever do get the chance to go to Tokyo, I will definitely go there. Just to see if it will wow me as much as it has done for lots of other people now for almost the last 80 years. At least I think it's 80 years. I could be wrong on that, but either way, I think it's around that long. But anyway, I am very much at war with the AI, and I managed to set a perfect lap around Eastern Bay. I almost hit that bus, but I managed to squeeze through unscathed. And that's a wall. Oh god! How did I miss that? I barely missed that car. And I also got a trick shot. Nice. I am very much on the traffic attack, and I missed a shortcut. Good job, me. Although at least I don't miss this one. Damn it. Oh, come on! Are you serious? Why there? I only just recovered. Honestly, the positions that some of these cars are in, they're definitely awkward positions. I will say that for sure. Anyway. I am back up at the front again, and now I need to go on a tear. Or I can just hold on, that also works. So I escape with 2 wins on the trot. And still driver 1 has 0 points on the board. Anyway, on to the final race. And we are at White Mountain for our final race of Grand Prix 6. And... okay. I did not think that was going to be a TD, but I'm thankful in saying it was. Yeah! Cliffhanger! And that's another Signature TD, for which we are now halfway there with the Signature TDs. And that's one guy's ass I'm gonna have to whoop. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker! I hope 20th Century Fox is not going to sue me for that. But anyway, I figured that was pretty much the best time to do that. I do also quite like the Die Hard films. I think most of the Die Hard films are actually pretty good. I mean, the first one obviously is a masterpiece. And I could probably also say the same thing for the third one, Die Hard with a Vengeance. I always do love watching Samuel L. Jackson. I think he's probably one of the best actors you could practically put in an R-rated action movie. I really do love Samuel L. Jackson. I think he's a phenomenal actor. A lot of people don't really know this today, but there was actually a time, of course, where Bruce Willis did actually do some really good movies, and then for whatever reason, the quality of movies he was doing afterwards just basically declined for whatever reason. But yeah, I think you can definitely give credentials to people who you know are die-hard fans. I think I got 2 signature takedowns in this episode now, so I think we're now halfway there with the signature TDs. The only thing I really have to wait for now is to see how I am gonna get the other 12 signature TDs. Anyway, That's the first lap down, so now we have to do the same thing with the second lap. Also, the graphics of this game, in spite of it being on a 6th generation console like the PlayStation 2, these graphics really are amazing. And to be run on a PlayStation 2 no less, that definitely makes it feel amazing. I think it's honestly no wonder as to why so many people really do prefer this game over 3. I mean, 3 is the best game in terms of presentation, but if you're talking just in the general terms of... And... okay, I got the double takedown. However, the rest of the field got away scot-free. I was really going for that one. I was actually trying to score that one, because I wanted it so bad. But, oh, yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Can I get the signature? No. And my shortcut has been denied. Or at least it was denied. God damn it. Why did the game have to put me in front of a pillar? Okay. Okay, now I'm pissed off. I am so not happy right now. It was going very well until it suddenly wasn't. Thankfully for me at least, the track is long enough for me to make a recovery. And also because, well, just in general, I normally do run really well around White Mountain when it comes to the race events. That's my ass, bro. Get off. Get off my ass. If you can help it. Yeah! Vertical takedown! Now I just have to try and see if I can win this. I really want to score the dub. If it's possible, I really want to win this. And no one's behind me. I think that's actually a good thing. Okay. Come on, don't... Why do I even bother? You know what? I'm just gonna finish this and then go back and try this again. God damn it. I was doing so well until right there at the end, when I basically hit one of the pillars and then I basically just fell off the mountain, basically plunging to my death. And then that was basically my run dead. And driver 1 has still not scored any points. Well, I suppose my win streak had to end eventually. But yeah, I have to go back and see if I can correct that, because... Oh, never mind. In spite of me not getting the perfect score, I still get a perfect rating. I guess it must have been because of everything else that just took place. So, you know what? Because I still got the perfect rating, I'll take that. Although I still want to try that again because I am convinced in saying that I can now get perfect scores for pretty much all these GPs. So we get ourselves a new car. Works R190DX. I think I'm starting to understand where these names are coming from because they're linked to the speed. Anyway, we got the Cliffhanger takedown. which I'm also pretty sure is the name of a Sylvester Stallone movie. And now we get to our challenge awards. White Mountain Vertical Takedown Trophy. And I think we should get another one as well, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So, got the Revenge TD from White Mountain as well. I think there's another challenge we beat as well at Central Route. Yeah, there it is. The Central Route Revenge Trophy. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else aside from that. Okay. Well, I know I wouldn't ordinarily do this, but I feel like a clean sweep is possible, so I'm going to go back and see if I can get it. Because why not? Where is it? There it is. Okay, back to business. Okay. We're almost there. Now I have to make sure I don't choke away my lead. Okay. Just gotta make sure I don't crash and then I should be good. Wow. Have no idea how I escaped that. Anyway, looks as though this time it is going to belong to me. And there is no manipulation to say otherwise. Alright. Clean sweep on the second run. And still driver 1 is currently in a scoreless streak. But anyway, I figured I'd just do that again simply because, well, I just wanted to show you that it's possible to get the clean sweep. Anyway, now that that's done, I think we can call it an episode. And so, we have sweeped GP6. Just because I wanted to do that for pride. But anyway, there we go. So that was the last of our rank 6 events. Unless I have missed anything. Just checking again for assurance, and no I haven't. And for that, we will call it an episode. So, pretty good progress overall today. We've done 11 events today, got 27 cars. As of now, we've completed 20 challenges. We're halfway there with the Signature Takedowns. We got 12 Revenge Takedown. 12 Signature Takedowns and 26 Revenge Takedowns. As we're now at 42%, with our total takedowns now amounting to 685. And there is everything else. And we've got 69 traffic check takedowns. Nice. And here's all the other ones. I did not think I had 54 aftertouch takedowns. I guess I must be really good with the crash aftertouch or something. And we've checked over 2,000 vehicles now. And we've been burning laps now for over 3 hours. Nice. However, I think I'm going to call it a day because I have made enough progress now, and also because, well, I think I've done enough progress now for a Saturday, or whenever this video gets uploaded. But either way, that'll do it for today. And next time, I think we'll be moving on to rank 7 in terms of our events. So, next time, on Burnout Revenge, rank 7 races.